San Diegans who are paying their rent and abiding by their lease should not live in fear of eviction.
The city change would bring protections in line with state law and go a bit further. Molly Kirkland, a rental housing association spokesperson, says they're concerned that the proposal's added fees and administrative hoops might push smaller landlords out of the market.
We don't have a crystal ball, and largely our work has been to try to mitigate what we foresee as unintended consequences.
If passed, landlords would face new requirements, including paying tenants at least 2 months' rent if they evict without just cause. Protections would begin on the first day of the lease. It would be harder to evict in order to renovate and hike the rent, something housing advocates say drives homelessness. But Kirkland says most of the city's housing is more than 30 years old and in need of upgrades.
We, don't want to do anything that would, mean older housing stock can't be brought up to more modern standards, if you will.
Housing attorney Gil Vera says San Diego currently has the weakest renter protections in the state, and remodel evictions soared during the pandemic. He says the proposal won't put an end to that, just give tenants a bit more notice and financial help. And evictions have always had a cost. The question is, who should pay?
A landlord who has a rental property, who has equity, who has cash flow from these, or a tenant who may be rent burdened, paying more than 30% of their income, right? Who's in a better position to bear those costs?
Janaea Nicole Wall says 2 months' rent is not enough to cover the costs of displacement. She's disabled and says she successfully fought a remodel eviction during the pandemic.
I have a CPAP machine. I have medication that requires to be refrigerated. I can't just say, all right, I'm gonna move, and then ain't got nowhere to go and then be on the streets, because most likely I would have died.
Mayor Todd Gloria and Council President Sean Elo Rivera, who put forth the proposal, say landlords have been involved in the process and it's meant to strike a balance. Under the new guidelines, landlords could still evict tenants without penalty for reasons like not paying rent or violating a condition of the lease. The proposal follows the city's recent declaration of housing as a human right. Katie Hyson, KPBS News.